Al Roker and Deborah Roberts have long been seen as one of television's most enduring love stories. From the moment they met in the bustling halls of NBC decades ago, their connection was undeniable. Their chemistry, warm, genuine, and quietly powerful, stood out in an industry where relationships often fade under the glare of fame. But what most people didn't realize was just how deep their bond truly ran. For years, Al and Deborah have presented the image of a perfect partnership. Two accomplished journalists, deeply in love, balancing demanding careers and family life with grace. Yet, behind that calm exterior was a story of resilience, faith, and a love that has been tested by life's hardest storms. And recently, during an intimate interview, Al Roker shared something that left fans deeply moved and reminded the world just how powerful true love can be. It all began when Al was asked about the most defining moments of his life, not as a broadcaster, but as a man. His answer was unexpected. He paused, smiled gently, and said, "The day I met Deborah was the day my life started to make sense." Those words carried weight, not just because of their simplicity, but because of the sincerity behind them. Al described how, during his early days at NBC, Deborah's presence lit up the newsroom. She was ambitious, compassionate, and fearless, qualities that both intimidated and inspired him. He confessed that he was immediately drawn to her energy, her laughter, and the way she made everyone around her feel seen. At first, their connection was purely professional. Deborah was focused on her rising career, and Al, already an established figure, admired her from a respectful distance. But friendship soon grew into something more. Years later, their bond would face its greatest test. Al's health battles became front-page news. From his struggles with weight to his recent near-fatal medical emergency that required multiple surgeries, the journey wasn't easy. He spoke candidly about those dark days, how the pain, fear, and uncertainty often crept into his thoughts late at night. But through it all, Deborah never left his side. "She was my rock," he said quietly. "There were days I didn't think I'd make it, but Deborah refused to let me give up. She prayed with me, laughed with me, even when it was hard to find reasons to laugh. She carried me when I couldn't carry myself." In that moment, his voice reportedly cracked. Viewers could see the emotion etched across his face. Al admitted that there were times he felt guilty. Guilty for putting Deborah through sleepless nights, endless hospital visits, and the emotional roller coaster of watching someone you love fight for their life. But Deborah, as she's always done, faced it all with quiet strength. She often said that her faith was her compass, and that love, real love, isn't about perfection. It's about showing up again and again, even when it hurts. When Deborah was later interviewed about that period, her response was equally touching. She said, "Al has always been the heart of our family. Seeing him so vulnerable broke me at times. But when you truly love someone, you don't count the cost. You just do what love requires." Those words captured the essence of their relationship: selflessness, devotion, and grace. Insiders at NBC say that Al's near-death experience changed the couple forever. After his recovery, he became noticeably more reflective, more emotional on air. He often spoke about gratitude, about cherishing every sunrise and every shared laugh. One colleague recalled, "There's a softness in Al now, a kind of gratitude that fills every word he says. You can tell he's been to the edge and back." Deborah, too, has described how that ordeal deepened their bond. She said that it taught us that time is precious. We don't take a single day for granted anymore. Fans have been deeply moved by their story, by how two people who've lived so much of their lives in the public eye managed to hold on to something so genuine. In a world where celebrity marriages often crumble under pressure, Al and Deborah's love stands as a reminder that commitment isn't about glamour or grand gestures. It's about the quiet, consistent acts of love that build a life. One shared sunrise, one whispered prayer, and one moment of gratitude at a time. Even now, after more than 25 years of marriage, Al still calls Deborah his miracle. He once said during a Today Show segment, "Every morning I wake up and thank God for Deborah. She's the reason I'm still here, the reason I smile." And in those simple words, you can hear a lifetime of devotion. At the end of the day, the story of Al Roker and Deborah Roberts isn't just about two television icons. It's about endurance. It's about facing life's fiercest storms hand in hand and realizing that love, when it's real, doesn't fade. It grows stronger. Their story reminds us that true love isn't measured by how perfect things look on the outside, but how deeply two hearts can hold on to each other when everything else falls apart. As Al once beautifully put it, "I've had a wonderful career, but nothing compares to the love I've found with Deborah. She saved me, in more ways than one." And in those simple words, you can hear a lifetime of devotion. Before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more heartfelt stories about the people who inspire us every day with their courage, kindness, and quiet strength.